What is going on? We're going live tonight. We're in the jungle and we are getting some work in tonight. We got some ab work going on and we got some band work going on. But as you join, let me know where you're joining from. We're in Pittsburgh, PA today. Had a crazy day. Finally getting a little bit of open time, so we gotta go live because every week it's all about showing up. When you show up, the opportunity is there, and that's why we're all here tonight. So as you join, let me know where you're joining from. This live will be short tonight because I got some things to get in and an early wake up for the gym tomorrow at 6 in the morning. So you got things going on, but I see Nick's in the building, Nick Richard. I see Florida's in the building, D-Town, Detroit, Trinidad, what's going on? I see Lisa's in the building, what's going on, Lisa? Newburgh, New York. Is that the same place Partisan Fontaine is from? Because I just saw one of his videos of the barbershop today, and I swear it said Newburgh, New York. But that's really cool. Peachtree, Georgia, what's going on? VA in the building. If you're joining me, let me know where you're joining me from. We're going through this fast tonight. Make sure, number one, that you go to my story up there and you check the brand new Crush Mode workout today. It's a free workout, and today we're working on the shoulders. It's the cold shoulder workout, and if you're trying to get the shoulders, the upper body right, this workout is for you, and it's free. So all you have to do, go right up there, swipe up, make sure you subscribe to my YouTube channel, and watch the video. And more importantly, do the action, actually do it, and I'm telling you, it's gonna help you out, and it's free. But I see Panama's in the building, Baltimore, UK. I just saw London's in the building. Lots of love tonight, Santa Rosa, California. What's going on? Norfolk, another Virginia. I love it tonight. We're gonna get into it though real quick. I'm gonna show you two things tonight. We got a little bit of mental fitness and a little bit of physical fitness. We'll start with the physical first. Today, one thing. We're going with the bands, but I'm gonna show you two things today. Here's your toolkit today. Number one, we got a band, and notice the band I have is open-ended, and I'll show you why this is important in a second. Number two, and these bands you can buy them at Walmart for like $5, by the way, not expensive. Now, number two, you got Jay-Z on the speaker. That's very important for a workout. Number three, it's a plate. Now, this plate is a 25-pound plate. You can use whatever plate you want, but I'm gonna teach you a quick little trick here on how to make things a little bit harder. Now, here's the progression. Stay with me here. Now, I'm gonna put this weight over here. Number one. Now, we're gonna do a couple things. We went through this before, but I'm gonna show you how it gets harder depending on what you have. Now, number one, I'm taking this is the band. I'm simply putting it under my foot, which creates the tension. If you notice, it's a little bit harder to pull. Now, the first thing I'm doing is a simple 2-arm bicep curl. Notice, I have both ends of the band in my hand. So as I curl, it's a little bit difficult because the resistance is there. As you notice, your body's gonna tense. This is like a 50-pound, I think, band of resistance. This is the strongest one. So I use this because it makes my results come because this is harder. When you want to do the difficult things, it's gonna make your workout get it going. So remember, go for the hardest things. Start light if you're starting out. But if you're someone that's been doing it for a while, work your way up and go for the harder band. It's gonna make the workout harder. So you're doing it this way. This is a curl, 2-arm curl. That's option one if you're a beginner. Now, let's say you want to work shoulders here, but you don't have weights, and all you have is these bands. Easy thing if you want to do an upright row. Now, I'll show you the motion. Upright row is kind of if you're going like this. Like if you had weights, you're lifting it up here. It's going to hit all up here. So when you have the bands, it's the same thing. All I'm doing is coming up with it. So if you notice, I'm here, and then I'm here. I'm here, then I'm here. If you notice, that's all I'm doing. It's just rowing upward. That's all I'm doing right now, upward row. So that's two. Number one was the bicep curl. Now, I'm gonna show you a little bit of a difference. That's the banded version. Now, we're going to number two. That's this 25-pound plate. Now, I'm gonna show you again. Same thing as the bands, 2-arm curl. Obviously, I'm adding weight, so it's gonna work way harder, and I'm gonna start sweating my ass off because it's 100 degrees in here, and this weight's heavy, so it's gonna make you sweat too. You don't have to use a 25, you can use a 1. It's gonna do the same thing. You work with what you can and what you have. But here's option number one. Now, I buy these weights for a reason, and I'll show you why. They have the holes in them. When you wanna work with the weights at home, let's say all you have is one weight. If you don't have the holes, you can't grab the weight. I like to grab it because I can hold it here on the hole and really get a very nice kind of curl here. But when I want to do an upright row, remember what we just did. 1 time with the band, 2 time upright row. Now, same thing here. We just did the curl with the weight, so that's one option. The second option with the weight, you can do an upright row with the hole in the weight. So all you have to do is see where my hands are. It makes that same motion with the band happen with the weight now. So now every single time I do it, I'm hitting the upright row with the weight. It's working the area just the same, but instead of a band, I traded it in. Now, we're gonna pull it all together for you here. I told you it's quick, so stay with me here. I say Lady Aries in the building, what's going on? But here's the other way to do it. Now, pay close attention. It's like you're threading the needle here. You take the end of the band, and if you see it right here, you just do this right here. Now, you throw it through, so now you can see it. I have the band inside the weight. Now, I put it equidistant between my feet. I simply take each end of the band and put it under my feet. So I'm going to do that, and I'm going to show you what happens. Technical difficulties here. Alright, now we got it all situated. Now, if you notice, can't really pull this weight up too hard because the bands are resisting my pull-up because it's keeping it in place. Now yet step 1, it was only the bands. Step 2 was only the weights. Now, we're putting it all together here. Step 3 is bands and weights to make it extra hard. So, if you notice, I have the band in between the weight. Now it's a really hard curl. If you notice, it's gonna make your body work that much harder because you have to work not only bringing the weight up, but now you have resistance bands and the weights and you're fighting gravity, which is gonna make, as you can see, your body is gonna get a supreme workout by simply doing that. And it's the same thing. This is bringing it all together here. The third step, that's why I like these weights that have holes, because now I have the band attached to the weights and I can still do my upright row, but if you notice, in between there's a band. So now it makes this row 50 times harder. Now when I'm coming up, it is like I'm pulling 1,000 pounds just to get the weight up. But it makes everything work in unison as you're coming up. You're really getting that area. You're working all of that as you come up. Boom, there's the upright row. You get tired of that? You switch it up. Go to the sides, hit the bicep curl. Just like we talked about. Notice, it makes it 50 times harder when you're working out with the band, as you can see, and the weight. Now, it's all about, number 1, being resourceful. Think about that right there. We just went through the band. That's kind of the warm-up. Then we went to the weight. A little bit more difficult. Then we combined them both. As I always say, be resourceful. Miss Flawless, what's going on? And I see Tori Richardson, what's going on, man? You don't need a million different equipment pieces. If you notice, that's 2 things we just worked with. I could work with that all day, and I will be tired as hell because it's hard. But the key is this: progress at your own pace. Number 1, use the bands. That gets easy, stop doing it. Go to the weights. Number 2, if that gets easy, what can I do now? Combine the bands and the weights. Just those 2 exercises, bicep curl and an upright row. You will shred your body up. It will give you a 50 times harder workout, and you will build your body or your empire. If you notice the hat, shout outs Bedros Cooley, one of my mentors. If you don't follow Bedros, make sure you follow him. But understand this: if you're going for the goals, that's 2 ways right there that we just really got it going with basic things. Bands cost $5. If you want that 1 black band, I literally just saw it at Walmart for $5 by itself. It was just laying there. So maybe there's a set, but I said $5. But number 2, that weight was $25 when I bought it. I got it at Dick's Sports. So $30 and you have yourself a home gym. You have yourself, you got Jay-Z, and you got a weight and a band. That in itself can give you endless opportunities because all it takes is using this. So as we transition from the physical to the mental, this is the big thing tonight. And I'm gonna make this quick because I got a lot going on and I wanna make sure you get the value. But number 1, look at the post tonight that I put up. We're talking about 2 things tonight. Number 1, the first thing is your why. Now, I talk about this a lot. What is your why? Very, very important when you're going to try to get your goals. Because if you're just going through the motions, why are you doing that? It's like, you're at a job you hate. Why are you still there? If you're not making the money you want, why are you still doing what you're doing if it's not bringing you what she asked for? These are questions you have to ask, because one thing's gonna happen on the way to your goals. If your goals are big, meaning you actually are going for it, you're not going for a goal that's easy. You're like, you know what? I don't want 50 bucks. I want 50 million. You know that's going to be a lot of hard work, and you're going to want to quit a lot of times. Trust me, I wanted to quit on my journey millions of times, and it's probably more than the millions. But here's the deal. When you go for your goals and you know your why, let's say, for example, you're like, I want to make $50 million, JC. Okay, cool. Why do you want to do that? And you might be like, I grew up poor. I never had the clothes that I wanted. I've been evicted from every apartment I've ever had. Every problem in my family's been with money, and I want to help third world countries and solve the problems for food and hunger. Wow, that is an amazing why. That is something that the days you want to quit. And I see my man JDC's in the building. Make sure you go follow JDC right there, my man Jake. But understand this, if you're going for that goal, that is a lot of things right there that you're never gonna forget. When you're like, I just don't feel like working this hard. I don't wanna work overtime. Next thing you know, you're gonna be like, you know what? I've always been poor. I've always been evicted from my apartments. I can't let that happen again. I'm gonna keep working. That why is what's gonna boom, it's gonna kick you back into action. Every single time you wanna quit, think about it. All those people that you were gonna help, the millions of people, you would change their lives forever. But if you're like, you know what? I don't feel like doing it today. That's one person you're not gonna help. That one person could have changed the world. That one person could have met you and said thank you, and you would know the impact you had. You would be able to see all these people that you helped, but you chose to quit because your why wasn't strong enough. That's why when you go for your goals, really be specific on why you have a why. I know, for example, many individuals come into me for my Fitness by JC program, and if you want to lose that weight, I always say this, DM me JCHELP right now. Don't put it off, stop watching the live, go to the DM and come right back, but make sure you say JCHELP and I'll DM you back and we'll talk. But a lot of the times people are like, especially I spoke with a woman today, and she's like, my why is my daughter. I don't want to die early because of diabetes, because of obesity, because I can't run around and play with her, because she looks at me and she's like, Mom, what are you doing? You know, I don't want my daughter to look at me like that. I want to go out and I want to set the example. Hey, you know, work hard, get yourself in shape. That's what you want to do, exceed and work hard in life. She's like, you know what? I know by losing this weight, I'm going to teach her work ethic. I'm going to teach her commitment. I'm going to teach her focus. And most importantly, I'm going to teach her to believe in herself. Those deep-rooted whys literally moved her to tears. But the second part of it, she's like, it's such a strong why. I know the days that I'm not motivated, that I just feel like chilling and not doing anything. That why, that look of disappointment in my daughter's face, that's gonna make me get back in the game and go for it. And she's in the program, she's working hard and she's crushing it. Pounds are gonna drop because she's so focused on not only just changing her own life, but using her light to shine light on her daughter's life and show her what's possible. That's a why. If you're just like, hey, I wanna lose 30 pounds, but you have no why, you will quit because it takes work. You gotta bust your ass when you wanna get in shape. You can't just think it through. You gotta work. You have to eat healthy. You have to exercise. You can't not do anything. So when you have that why, understand, there's gonna be days when you wanna have the pizza and not the healthy food. There's gonna be days when you wanna just sleep in and not do anything. And if you don't have that why, it's never gonna move you to take action to go after it. And here's the second part of that. It's called problem versus complaint, or complaint versus solution. Now I'm gonna teach you a quick lesson, and then I gotta roll because it's ab time and I'm hungry. I gotta do the work and then I gotta go eat and go to sleep. But here's a quick one for you real fast. If you're struggling right now, let's talk it's weight loss, and you can't lose the weight, and you're blaming everybody, the gyms aren't open, you don't have equipment at the house, all these delivery places make it easy for you to eat poorly, blah, blah, blah. Here's the deal. You're focusing and complaining. When you're complaining, you're not highlighting anything that is going to create your empire. You're highlighting everything that is problematic. So think about that. If all you focus on is your complaining, that means your eyes, your focus, every part of you is going right to the problem. If you focus on the problem, what do you think you're gonna get? You're gonna get more problems. But if you're like, you know what? I'm out of shape. I did eat the delivery food. I ordered the Grubhub. I haven't been working out. I didn't go to the gym when it was open. I'm not working out when I'm home. And I'm certainly not waking up early to work out. When you own the problem and you're like, you know what is the solution to that? You know what? Stop ordering delivery. Start eating healthier. Exercise at home. make your way to the gym. These are easy solutions. And once you start focusing on those solutions, it's going to start to brighten things up because you're no longer focusing on what's going to keep you stuck. That's the complaining and that's the problems. You're focusing on what's going to free you up and give you the freedom of life that you want and getting you healthier, losing that weight, and starting to be disciplined and committed. That's focusing on the solution. So remember this, what you focus on, you're going to get. If you focus on being poor and that you have bills, you'll always be poor, always be broke, always have bills. If you focus on the solution, how can I make more money, opportunity, wealth, being around positive people, you'll find your way into more money. If you're focusing on eating poorly and not having this and that, and you're not doing what you're supposed to do in the gym, you'll always be out of shape because you're only highlighting problems. But when you're like, how can I get in shape? Maybe I should get a coach. Maybe I should DM JCHELP, and he can help me lose the weight. Once you start looking at those solutions, that's all your mind is going to attract. And before you know it, boom, that weight is gone, you're living the life you want, you're looking in the mirror and you love how you feel inside and how you look outside, and that's the point. So when you're going for it, remember, find your why, number one. Number two, focus on the solutions only. Only focus on what you want and you'll get what you want. And I hope today was very, very helpful because what I wanted to do was get your attention, wake you up so you can go and get your goals because it's all about you taking that action, really itemizing what you want, becoming clear with your why like we talked about, and going after it. And if you do that, you're gonna have a massive amount of success, and 2020 will be your year. Don't worry about what's happening. You can win huge. If one person can do it, so can you. It just takes that commitment to want to be great, and I'm telling you, you can find your way to do it. But as I said earlier, number one, go to the story, or if you're a little lazy, you can send me a DM and just say JC Help and say Crush Mode. Just give me that Crush Mode DM. Boom, I'm gonna send you that YouTube video, brand new shoulder workout for free. I'll send it to you to your DM tonight. Just hit me with the Crush Mode DM and that workout is coming to your inbox. Number two, if you need that weight loss help, just send me that DM that says JC Help. I'll simply reach back out to you, we'll have a conversation, we'll figure out your goals, and then we're gonna put in that work to create them. You gotta put in the work, don't forget about that. And number three, hey, we're going into a weekend, it's Labor Day weekend. Spend the time with your family. Cherish those moments. Take your phone, even though I know you might want to scroll and see what I post. Hey, just hit the pause button. The post isn't going anywhere. Put your phone down and be present in the moment with those that you will love and are important to you, your family, your friends, your significant others. Be there for them right now. We all need each other. Spread more love, spread more laughs, have more good times, spread more good vibes. I'm telling you, you do that, it's going to be a very safe, happy, and exciting Labor Day weekend for you, and you're never going to forget that moment because that's all we have right now is creating that love and all of that good energy. So make sure this weekend you're a big time abundance of that. You give it off to people, and I'm telling you, it's going to be a weekend you'll never forget, and the people around you, you will impact them in a positive way, and it's going to give them one of these, a little smile, and I'm telling you, if they're smiling, you're probably smiling too. But I got to roll. I got to smile with these abs. It's time to get to work and lift a little bit of weight, but I hope all of you, especially you, have an awesome night. Remember, we'll do this again next week. But for tonight, nothing but those good vibes. Peace.